a mad woman, mad woman, mad woman, calling me a mad woman, mad woman. No, I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. 'Cause boy, it's none of your business if I'm a mad woman.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Tuesday Night Live. I'm here. I've not been here for a few weeks, but I am back. I'm feeling good. So I can see a few of you are here already. If you've not said hello yet, pop me a hello in the comments. Hello Linda, Alexandria, hello. Oh, a few of you on already, which is fantastic. Obviously, if you're here live, give me a hello. If you are watching back on the replay, that is absolutely fine, but do give me a hashtag replay just to let me know that you have been here and you've checked in. Grandma, hello. Joanne, hello. Yes, I am very, very well. Thank you. I hope you are well. So tonight I'm going to be chatting about your colours, and obviously we just moved into Aries, which on the colour wheel is teal. So I'm going to be talking to you about what that means for us on the whole, and also what that means for you depending on your sign. So just like I did with the last lot when I went around the whole wheel for Pisces, I'm going to do exactly the same for Aries and go around each of the signs on the wheel and tell you what this phase has in store for you and how you can use your colors and the astrocolor theory system to your advantage. As well as that, I've got some exciting things to share with you, and also I'm going to be chatting to you about the Glastonbury retreat that I ran, not the weekend just gone, but the one before. It was absolutely incredible. I know some of you that came with me, that joined me on the Glastonbury journey, are watching live, but I'm really, really looking forward to sharing more about that and sharing about the weekend, but also things that moved through me as well, because a lot of exciting things, downloads and connections, and not necessarily changes, but things that I'm going to be putting out into the world that you will have a first look at. So a few of you popping on, do give me a hello. So while we are here, we've done our hello, but those of you that are popping on, keep chatting in the comments. Pat, good evening to you. So those of you that are here, let me know in the comments, what is your sign, your sun sign, and I will tell you what your colors are on the color wheel. I know a few of you watching have worked with me on the astrocolor theory system for a while, so you will know your colors, but obviously I'll go through them all anyway. And Pat, obviously I know that you are an Aries, and we are slap bang in Aries right now, which is teal. Rebecca, good evening to you. It's nice to see you on here. Feels like ages since I've seen you. Grandma, you're a Leo. So Leo is sunshine yellow. It's that really lovely, like sunflower muddy yellow color, really nice, warm, cozy. Susan, good evening to you. And then we've got Susan is a Virgo, same as me, which is orange. No surprise. I do need a root touch up. I'm in next week. Then Pat, of course, you're an Aries, so you are that lovely teal turquoisey color. Joanne, you're a Sagittarius, so you're that magenta pink color. And then let's see, who else have we got? Actually, tell you what, I'll just go around the wheel. So obviously Aries is teal. Then you've got Taurus, which is green. You've got Gemini, which is lime green. Linda, you're a Leo, so you're a sunshine yellow. And we've got Cancer, which is yellow. We have got Leo, which is sunshine yellow. We've got Virgo, which is orange. Libra, which is coral. Scorpio is red. Sagittarius is magenta. Then you've got Capricorn is violet. Aquarius is indigo, and Pisces is blue. Got a notification. Yay! Oh, Facebook is my fan. Yes. Oh, so the algorithm and trying to get seen on Facebook is ridiculous lately. So if you can, the more you interact with the posts that I put on, if they pop up on your newsfeed, even if you don't want to read the whole lot, if you do, fabulous. But if you don't want to read the whole post, even just give it a like, and that will bump it up your newsfeed so you get more notifications when I do come live. So Alexandra is a Taurus, you're green. Yep. Sonia, you are a Cancer, which is yellow. So right now we are in Aries. Aries is teal, and teal is all about tranquility, about clarity, about maybe moving into finding your unique stamp on the world, or just reveling in your uniqueness. It's also a combination of green and blue, And green, you've got the heart chakra. Blue, you've got the throat chakra. So it will embody a mixture of those as well. So with the blue, the throat chakra, combining about self-expression, vocalizing your thoughts and feelings, setting really good, healthy boundaries, and also like removing any blocks that are stuck in there, like saying things that you've been holding back on saying, or actually standing up and being heard. And then as well as that, you've got the combination of the heart chakra, which is, of course, lots of love, self-love, compassion, a good time for forgiveness, whether it's forgiving yourself, forgiving others, or others to forgive you, and reconnecting with people that maybe that you haven't connected with for a while. Also in the heart chakra there as well is just feeling into what you want to do, what lights you up, what really fills you up, and what you enjoy, rather than just the daily grind of shit that we all go through. So a combination of both the chakras there in teal. But in this phase, sort of without even looking at your individual colors, in this phase of teal, actually you'll find that you'll begin to find a bit more clarity, especially on situations that have been arising for you recently that have been either complicated or have been a bit of a mess in the old noggin. Anything that's left you feeling underwhelmed, deflated, confused, you'll be moving more into a level of clarity, of clearness. And actually, like I said to my soul circle ladies in their weekly guidance this week, the penny will begin to drop. Things will start to fall into place. And through this one, like you might find that you want to do, because with Aries, it's kind of like, it can be really, really full on. But if you've got a plan, if you've got organization in place, it can work in your favor. And actually, this can be your time if you use it effectively. Everyone's getting notifications. Just, oh, amazing. I'm so glad. Really, really glad. Pat likes a teal color. It's calming for you. Yes, of course. And because you are a teal, that will be you able to capture your essence, to be within that. So those of you that are Aries, that have either just had a birthday or have a birthday coming up, for you, this is a time to really get into alignment with yourself, to begin to feel more like you, to check in with yourself and realize what you do and don't want anymore, and really revel in your uniqueness and your quirks. And rather than seeing this as anything negative or anything that's hindering you, look at how you can utilize that to the best of your ability, or you can adapt to work around that, to make space for it, to literally embrace you as a whole. This is your time to, if you haven't already, but this is your time to really begin to shine. Ruth, good evening to you. I am very, very well. I hope you are as well, my lovely. So that is for Aries. Like, absolutely, this is your time now. And if you have been in a bit of a funk, not really feeling like yourself lately, then do set aside time, space to actually feel into doing the things that you enjoy and that you actually really love. Like it's time to start feeling like you, maybe dressing the way that you've always wanted to, but held back on a little bit, or doing the things, doing the hobbies, or getting out, doing the things that you always said that you wanted to do that you've never had the chance to. Just surrendering to you and saying yes to yourself. So then moving into Taurus. So if you are a Taurus, you're a green. And using the color theory system, so green is obviously next to teal in the color wheel, which means it's a harmonious color. Ruth, I am glad to hear it. So with that being a harmonious colors are all about comfort, all about maintaining that mindset, about being in your zone. Sometimes though, this can be a help and it can bring that comfortable sense to you. Other times though, it can be a bit of a hindrance, you know, when you get too comfortable and things don't start moving. So with your harmonious colors, if you are in a bit of a funk, if things aren't going so great, if you're in a bit of a negative mindset, then shifting away from your harmonious colors will benefit you more rather than staying in them. Lauren, hello. So for those of you that are Taurus, that are greens, right now, this is your harmonious phase, or one of them anyway. So this is a time for you to maybe sink into being a bit more comfortable, into doing the things that do make you happy, the things that fill you up. And with being a green, you are so heart-centered, and that heart connection to everything that you do really, really sits deep. So this is the time to do the things that bring you into that zone. whether it's something creative, whether it's a hobby that you really enjoy, whether it's a place that really fills you up, whether it's people. But now for you, this is a real comfort zone, but actually bringing in that level of blue that you've got in the teal color there is actually welcoming you to express yourself a little bit more. Not like putting yourself all out there. Of course, if that's what you want to do, by all means do that. But moving into a little more self-expression, or maybe speaking up a bit more for yourself. So if you are that green, that Taurus, then do things that make you feel comfortable, but don't be afraid to speak up about it. Okay. Emma, good evening to you. It is good to see you on here. So good timing as well, Emma, because I know you're a Gemini. So we're next moving into Gemini, which is lime green, and how that works with the teal Aries energy. So there is a bit of slight indifference there. However, the color wheel that we use is tertiary. So if we simplified it down to a secondary, there is still a harmonious element there. But however, it's slightly, like a family member, like one removed or twice removed, whatever it is. So with that Aries energy right now, with that lime green, the teal and the lime green, very much still beckoning you to find that level of self-expression, but not so much putting it out there. It's asking you more so to come inward, to go into here, to express you to yourself. And also with that teal sort of energy, finding that clarity, because with you being a lime green, you carry such a high yellow element in there, and yellow is all about logic. It's all about having a plan, and it feels like you're on the cusp of something really, really good. So anyone Gemini is watching at the minute, you are on that cusp right now of something amazing happening, or you're already within it, but it's just that tipping you over that positive edge, just to make sure that you've got the clarity and that you've got that, like a bit of a plan, because you like to have a plan. So making sure you know what you're going to do next, or how you're going to do it. What I would do is remove the thought and the worry of what other people will say, think, do, etc., and focus more on you, moving into that heart space. So if you're seeking any external answers, if there's any clarity that you're seeking, come inward and ask within, with maybe through meditation, or just go with your intuition, your gut feeling, whatever's working for you, and trust yourself. Okay, so now is a good time, not necessarily to listen or to take on board. By all means listen, but you don't have to take on board anyone else's input as such. This is time for you to get clear on what you want as an individual. Helen Maria, hello to you, my lovely. Good evening. Emma, do you love a plan? Yes, that is the yellow coming in, that logical yellow. So on that note, moving around to yellow. So those of you that are watching that are a Cancer sun sign. So yellow, as I was just saying, is all about logic. It's about seizing the day, that opportunistic attitude. There's also a level of creativity in there, and very alert as well. So on the color wheel, you've got your two sides. You've got your warm side, and then you've got your cool side. So the warms are your doing colors, like your active colors, your of the body colors. And then your cool colors are your being colors, that are your reflective, like of the mind. So when you're in that yellow state here, this is asking, like, you're probably going to be in that doing state. Lots and lots of plans are coming up. Lauren, you're a Cancer. Lots of plans coming up, or lots of thoughts for plans, but there needs to be that level of action. And sometimes you might find that you will, with that seize the day attitude, that you will want to jump straight in before you've got the full story. You'll just be like, yeah, like, fuck it, I'll do it. But actually, with this Aries, this teal energy at the minute, this is asking you to make sure you are clear before you dive on in. It's saying to you, like, sit with it for a little bit, rather than being a full-bodied yes straight away. I don't need to know the details. Just tell me where to sign. That's telling you to step back from this. Anything, any contracts, anything official that's coming up for you at the moment, take a bit of time. Okay, make sure you think it through, read through any paperwork, and really, really sit with it, because there are definitely some good opportunities coming up for you. However, this is asking you to be more in the mind rather than in the body, in that active state of go, go, go. And also as well, actually, it's beckoning you to take a bit of time and space for you. So with the connection there, so teal does have a very, very, very slight hint of yellow in it, because it's obviously so far removed from the yellow on the color wheel. However, that combination with that green has got a tiny bit of yellow in it. So what that is saying to you is there is that connection there, And it is asking you to trust your gut, but make sure that you think on that gut instinct before you jump in head first. Okay, Debbie, you are a Virgo. Ooh, same as me. I'm making my way around. So the color wheel that you can see here, it works in an anti-clockwise motion. So you can see I've gone teal, green, lime green, yellow. So next I'll be moving into sunshine yellow, which is Leo. Helen is a Scorpio. Lauren, about to make a big leap and take some action, but I'm making sure I've got all the facts. Perfect. So you are bang on track for this season. Fantastic. Okay, so next moving around into Leo, and we've got a few Leos watching as well. So Leo is that sunshine yellow. It's that combination of yellow and orange. So everything that I've mentioned already about that yellow, about the yellow color, the logic, the opportunities, the seize the day kind of attitude, the actionable, like go, go, go kind of feeling. You've got elements of that in there, but it also carries an element of the orange. And where you've got the yellow is the solar plexus chakra. You've got the orange is the sacral. So you've actually got, as a Leo, is that sunshine yellow, you've got a combination of both of them. So you've got that gut instinct, that real kind of opportunistic, seize the day, like I'm going to do it. But then bringing in that level of orange into the sunshine yellow, you like a plan. And obviously that yellow is like a plan anyway. And orange being a Virgo, we definitely like a plan. We love a list. So you'll probably find as a Leo, there is that level of seize the day opportunity coming in, but also creativity for you. And not necessarily artistic creativity, but just in whatever way fits for you, for your creative juices to get flowing and actually moving into that sacral chakra and awakening that side of yourself that makes you feel really, really good. But in combination with the teal for Aries, so this is actually a triadic color. And when I talk about triadics, so when you look on the color wheel, it's literally the three colors that would make up a triangle. So you have your color, you skip three colors, and then there's a triadic. You skip three colors, a triadic, and skip three, and you're back to the original. So for sunshine yellow, for Leo, your triadic is magenta and teal. And triadic systems are all about bringing in a bit of playfulness, a bit of fun, but also shifting up the perspective as well. So this actually beckons you to change your perspective, to get clearer on something that maybe you've seen with different eyes, or something that's been maybe bothering you recently or hasn't quite sat right with you. And I'm not saying at all that this is on you, but maybe there's a different approach or a different mindset to look at things that are going on in your life, because you have more control than you realize. And being a sunshine yellow, you love a bit of control. You like to be able to make the plans and also have that level of go with the flow, but you like to make the plans and know what's what. So this teal Aries energy is bringing you that level of clarity where you can shift that perspective, but actually have some fun in the process. You might feel that as a Leo, you've kind of found a bit of a lull where you're in that spot where you're just like, okay, nothing's really moving, nothing's really going on at the minute. So what can I do next? So this is asking you to find that different perspective, to bring a bit more fun and playfulness into your life, and actually maybe say yes to you a bit more often than you usually would. Okay, let's have a Pat, your moon is in Leo. So with your moon sign, so that rules more. So your sun signs is you, your essence, just you in general, what motivates you and whatnot. Your moon sign is your emotional self, and how you can feed that side of yourself, or how, I don't want to say how that dictates, because it's kind of, I feel like all of this stuff is subjective. Like I can tell you all this stuff, but actually it's still down to you at the end of the day. Moon is Gemini. Belinda, hello, my lovely. Sending lots of love to you. So next, moving around into orange, which is Virgo, which is my sign. I do love orange. Do love orange. And we've got a couple of Virgos watching as well. So if you're a Virgo there, just give me a little me or hands up. So Virgo into orange is, again, as I mentioned, that real sacral chakra energy, that creativity, that fire, that sensuality, but also there's an element of fun in there, but also warmth, like coziness and welcomingness. There we go, Debbie, give me a wave because you're a Virgo. And actually, so it doesn't necessarily sit in any of the places with the teal for Aries. So it's not a triadic, a harmonious, or a complementary, but actually they do blend really well. And when you mix it into a secondary rather than a tertiary wheel, it does carry an element of complementary, and complementary is all about switching up the mindset, changing things up. Sometimes perhaps even being triggered by certain things. Maybe it's lighting a fire under your ass and triggering you positively, or maybe you've been triggered because you're finding things are coming up for you that you really need to revisit, or that you need to check in with and see where you're going to go with it. Susan's a Virgo as well. Fantastic. Belinda, you're a Capricorn. So I am making my way round. So I will get to Capricorn. So Lauren, I'm just laughing at your comment. So with that complementary, so it's almost like a once removed complementary color for you with the teal and Aries. But actually, as a Virgo, as an orange, you're probably finding that the penny is beginning to drop for you. You are finding clarity, and you're having these little, I suppose, perhaps even miracle moments where things are just happening. And because you're a Virgo, because you're an orange, you want to question it. You want to know the how. You want to know the why. You want to know who, what, where, when. You want to write a list about it. You want to put it in your planner, in your 10,000 notebooks, and you want to jot it all down and have it. You want to know the innermost workings. But actually, sometimes there's just no explanation, and it just is. So any oranges, any Virgos out there, I would invite you into this phase to just trust that you are being given clarity. There's no hidden agenda here. It's just for you to see that things actually do work for you and can be on your side, but you just need to realize it. So you might find that as a Virgo, you're receiving a bit of a wake-up call during this phase in Aries. And that orange and teal combination can make for quite a fun combination, but actually it's going to ask you to maybe switch up your mindset, to maybe move through things that are either uncomfortable or make you feel like you're not entirely being you, but not in a bad way. It's not like you're being someone different. It's being a part of you that perhaps you don't confront so often, or you don't lean into so much. So then moving around into Libra, which is coral. So if we've got any Libras with us, give me a wave in the comments. So coral, that lovely coral color in Libra, it's all about just being not subservient, doing for others and having a mission bigger than yourself. Like, not to such a terrible extent, but like almost self-sacrificing. You always put other people or others' needs before you. And there's like this higher mission, whether you know it or not, that you know that you're here to do or to be something bigger than just you. And you'll find lots of corals will be here on sometimes maybe even a double mission to find out more about themselves, but also to help others in one way or another. And with that coral color, you've got the combination of the orange and the red. Debbie, you're very welcome. So that combination of the orange and the red, so that's giving you a combination of the sacral chakra and the root chakra. So you will really, really thrive in creativity, in planning, but also with that root chakra, that you will thrive with stability and just knowing what's what. That sense of security will really, really drive you. But for you as a coral, so you are slap opposite that teal on the color wheel. So this means that this is your complementary phase. So this is entirely where you will feel like big shifts are happening. If you're a Libra, if you're that coral, you will feel quite likely triggered in one way or another, or there'll be revelations, like shit is getting teared up here for you if you are a coral, a Libra. And that's not a bad thing, because actually it's welcoming you into this phase, into a state of maybe seeing what's not working for you, what's not doing right for you, and you're being almost forced to get clear on that, to know what's what, and to really see things for what they are. So don't be surprised or shocked if, as that Libra, that Gracie, hello, I think Gracie, are you a Libra as well? I think you might. Are you? If my memory serves me correctly, I think you might be. And if you are, you've come in at just the right time. So yeah, don't be surprised or shocked if big things are happening, or if you're seeing things for what they really are, or if you're actually coming into a phase where you're more able to be and accept yourself. Like there's a big shift in your mindset and in what you're doing, and actually it's forcing you to come out of that constant doing and move into that state of being, into actually finding your tranquility, finding a space for you that does feel good, and actually moving out of that constant go go and doing for other people, and actually taking on some time and space for you, because you need that right now, because a lot will be shifting for you. Yes, you are. I thought you were. I thought see, I'm not always good at memory, but sometimes it serves me well. So yeah, so Libras, corals, this is time for you to take the time that you need. If big shifts are happening, if things are changing for you, if you are discovering things or being triggered in positive or negative ways, take time for you. Not run and hide for cover, nothing like that, but actually consciously make time, make conscious efforts, conscious changes, conscious decisions, and do that. Felt that shift just after Christmas. A different person. Good. Good, and I'm glad to hear it. So this is time for you. And also with that teal color, it holds quite a strong blue aspect in it. So it's about setting boundaries, because for Libras as corals, you love to give and give and give and give and give to others, but actually you're just as important. You really, really are. So make sure you're bringing all of that love, that care and attention back to you as well. So next, moving around into Scorpio. So if we've got any Scorpios in the comments, do give me a wave, or give me an emoji, give me a something. So let me know any Scorpios here that are watching. So Scorpio is very fiery red, and red is all about the root chakra. You will thrive in stability and security, but actually you might find that you roll into the opposite of that, and you can be a bit go with the wind, go where the mood takes you, and sometimes that can work for you, other times because you that fiery aspect and that sense of taking action. So red for us is a hyper stimulant. It will really, really trigger the nervous system, trigger our emotional mindset. It will trigger our body cells, that red color. So that's a real like poof. And of course, it's one of the primary colors as well. So it's not diluted with any other colors, same as the blue and the yellow. So Helen, you're a Scorpio. Okay, so this is for you. So with that red color, you'll find that you're probably very assertive, and that you will thrive when you are either taking charge, or you're just simply in a state where you feel like you have control of the situation. So similarly, as I said before, so your complementary would be green. So the Aries, the teal for you, is like a once removed complementary. So again, you might find that you are being slightly triggered, but in this phase, it's asking you to move more into, rather than that green complementary, that removed complementary there, which is asking you to move more into the blue aspect rather than the green. So instead of just going into what feels good in here and what's arising for you within your heart space, I feel like there's a lot of that going on already. Or maybe that heart space for you is a bit, I feel like my chest is pounding at the minute. So perhaps coming out of that heart space and moving into the throat, and saying the things that need to be said, setting those boundaries that need to be set, and actually maybe not just taking the action, but thinking about the action as well. Because as red, it's all about go, go, go. And you might find that sometimes you get quite exhausted by doing that. So moving into this calming, this tranquil teal energy will really, really support you. But actually to move out of that chest area, and to move out of any anxious feelings or anything that's keeping your chest tight, and to work a bit more with that teal blue energies. Like I say, setting those boundaries, vocalizing how you feel, looking at how you can express yourself in a different way. So if you find that you're someone who's very much like shouty or very loud, or maybe it's a way like creativity, if you like to express yourself creatively in one way, look for different ways that you can do that. It's asking you to shift things up a bit, make a little bit of a change, or just feel into how you can do things in a way that works more harmoniously for you. Say what I feel all the time, and it joins me. Yeah. And there is that feeling of constantly needing to get it out, and needing to say it, and needing to do so much doing. And you sit there after all this doing, and you think, Jesus Christ, like, give me a break, even though you're the one that's doing the doing. So moving into that teal energy, and actually finding a bit of calm space, thinking, like reflecting more on how you articulate, on what you say, on who you talk to, and making conscious decisions on when to actually speak. That's not saying like don't speak at all, but have that sort of thought about yourself. Is it going to be an absolute ball ache? Is it going to do me any good if I speak right now? And that's not in a negative sense, okay? Like, we all deserve to be heard. What I'm saying here is, if someone says something that you don't agree with, or that you just aren't that bothered about, are you going to waste your energy? Are you going to waste your time on saying something and getting sucked into an argument or a debate that's not going to do you any good, that's not going to add anything, it's not going to fulfill you, it's not going to do any good? So making conscious decisions, whether that's vocally, whether that is texting or messaging on social media, you know, when you scroll through and you see a post on a group, and you just think, oh, and you get really angry and really aggy about it, and you think, and you want to type out this long comment and you want to tell them how you feel. But in that instance, you think, is it going to benefit your life that you spend 5 minutes typing out this comment to a stranger that you've never met, to someone that's probably not going to take on board your comment, or they're not going to see it from your point of view? Is that going to benefit you in any way? Or could you use that next 5, 10, 15 minutes to do something more constructive, or something that makes you feel good, or makes perhaps someone else feel good? So yeah, Helen, like you say, pick your battles. Absolutely. And that's what it's all about. Okay, so next, moving round into the magenta, which is for Sagittarius. So any Sagittarians? Vicky, hello. I am very, very well, thank you. I'm so glad you're here. I always love it when you join. So Sagittarius magenta. And magenta is one of them really, really special colors, because actually it's not technically there. Use the comma, pause and breathe. Yes, 100%, absolutely. So magenta, I know you can see it on screen, I can see it on screen, but technically it's not there. So the way that our eyes, our minds, our brains, the way we receive color is, you've got like this bit between the green and the blue, and magenta kind of sits in there. So it's kind of like, our brain doesn't really know what to make between like green, blue. So it just kind of makes up this random color in the middle, which is magenta. So every color has a frequency and a wavelength. However, magenta does not have both. So it's more about, obviously magenta is all about being that free spirit and higher energies, and really honing in like your spiritual self, or your like being an explorer, an adventurer, like going where the wind takes you. And it's very much works very well with that Sagittarian energy, and that aspect of not technically being there, but it really, really is. And it gives you almost like a look into things that other people may not connect with so well. Like, you've got it, you can do that, whether you realize it or not. So Joanne, you are absolutely, don't burn any energy, anything negative. Good. And that's the best way to be. So with this one, so magenta and teal are triadic colors. So as I mentioned with the sunshine yellow, that triadic system about shifting up the perspective and bringing in more fun, more playfulness, that sense of just more enrichment. So in this instance, so this is beckoning you into, again, if you're a Sagittarian within this Aries phase, using that magenta energy to actually find calm, tranquility, and a bit of stillness. So rather than just being gone with the wind all the time and wanting to do this and do that and do all the things and do this and that, all of that going on, it's asking you to just kind of like take a moment to breathe. So as a magenta, you are, whether you know it or not, a very, very spiritually in tune person. And you can use this phase right now. I've spoken a lot about the teal energy with clarity. And actually, this is a good time for you as a magenta to find that clarity, to find that stillness. And especially if you're trying to move up in your spiritual journey, in your spiritual development, or even your own personal well-being, this is a good time to use the essence of that teal color in Aries to deepen your connection with yourself, and to really work with higher energies around you, not the surface level stuff, but go deeper. Maybe it's working with your spirit guides, or looking at past life regressions, traumas, healings, things like that. Maybe ancestral work, any akashic, anything that is of a higher spiritual realm, rather than just the surface level of doing cards and knowing what the card means kind of thing. Really welcoming you not just to use your intuition, but to use your connection, connecting with the soul, connecting with the deepest innermost self. And this is a great time to do that, especially now with the, like, this phase. You're going to receive so much clarity and light bulb moments that you would be mad not to take that time to tune in. So if anything for you as a magenta, as a Sagittarian, if it's not working for you right now, things aren't going right, slow down. And I know you're thinking, holy shit, no, I can't do that, can't do it, because where you sit on the wheel, you're kind of on the cusp of the doing and the being. But slow down. Trust me, you feel like you've got all these things to do, all these things to tick off your list, all these things that just have to be done. But you will thank yourself if you just slow down a little bit. Things will get done a lot quicker if you slow down. I know that sounds a bit counteractive, but trust me, it will. So now moving round into Capricorn. So Belinda, you are a Capricorn, and Capricorn is violet. So looking at the color ones, so violet is the crown chakra. It's that chakra on the top of the head. And this one, so violets, you will revel in life's little luxuries, or perhaps life's big luxuries, but you like a bit of a treat. I know everyone likes a bit of a treat, but violets more so love a bit of a treat. And also with that crown chakra energy, you do have that higher connection, and you are sort of up in the mind quite a lot. You're quite a deep thinker. You'll be someone that will like to know either how something works, or you will like to create something yourself. There's a lot of thinking going on, and that can work for you. Sometimes it doesn't, because you might find that sometimes you're an overthinker. Same as Aquarius. There's a lot going on up in the head. But with that violet color in conjunction with Aries, with that teal, so there's not quite a color connection there. So you're like a once removed triadic system. Belinda, very true. There you go. Joanne, do try hard to tune in. Yeah, and it just takes practice. It just takes practice. So yeah, with that Capricorn energy, and also what I'll just put out there as well is that I'm not doing this from an astrology point of view. This is from a color point of view, of color theory and how the colors work with each other, and points of color psychology, the chakra system and whatnot. So you can find out more about the astro color theory system on my website, which is up there. So you'll not find anyone else talking about the astro color theory system, because it is mine. I think I'd say, not longer. Oh, I'm glitching a bit there. But yeah, anyway, going back into that Capricorn, that violet essence there. So it is like a once removed triadic color. So it is asking you to see things from a slightly different point of view, or shifting up that perspective to find that playful side of yourself again. But it's beckoning you more towards that heart space. So as it's calling you in towards the green aspect of the teal, it is asking you to move into that heart space, or perhaps you're already in that heart space. Things are maybe resting very, very heavy for you at the moment, but it is asking you to just step into finding a bit of peace for yourself, and coming down from the mind and more down into that heart space, perhaps even grounding as well. And I'm really feeling it in the heart space. So any Capricorns that are watching, you might find that either there's a lot of personal stuff going on. Obviously, Belinda, I know what's going on with you. But Capricorns, violets in general, there could be either like panic state or worry, or just something that's resting on your heart space at the minute. So I just invite you to move into finding that calm, finding that stillness, not putting too much on the brain, on the mind, on the think, why, how, where, when, who, what, did, what, where, all of that stuff. And just come back into the body. That's what is welcoming you to do. Come into the body, not necessarily just to find clarity, but to find stillness, to find a bit of peace and a bit of tranquility there as well, because I feel like you really, really need it. And you might find that things are really busy for you at the minute as a violet. So use that teal energy to just find a bit of stillness, and do not feel guilty about it. Not at all. Okay, so next we're going to move round into Aquarius, which is indigo. And of course, indigo is the third eye chakra. So again, similarly with the violet, it's very much of the mind, but that third eye, very, very intuitive. So if you're watching and you're an Aquarius, give me a hands up in the comments. Or of course, if you're watching back on replay, give me a hands up in the comments as well. But with that indigo energy and that, I suppose, that real intuitive essence in there, again, in the mind a lot, but you're very, very nearly a harmonious color. So this is, you're just moving into your comfort zone. And actually what you'll probably find is that going back to January, February time for you, round about, well, when you were in Aquarius phase, things that you felt, thought, seen, heard, things that were going on for you then, you will start to become clearer on now. You might find that the last phase in Pisces was a bit of a shit show. To be honest, Pisces was a bit of a shit show for everyone this year. If you made it successfully through Pisces phase, hats off to you, because that was hard work. That was a definite squeeze. But as an Aquarius, as an indigo, moving into this, anything that came up for you sort of January, February time, that is starting to settle down now. You're starting to either get clarity, you're starting to get resolve, you are starting to move into a space where things actually feel good. They feel peaceful, where you can just kind of like, like you've got a bit of breath. You can just, and it feels good. And don't feel guilty in doing that. And there is an essence of saying to yourself, told you so. But then there's also an essence there of the universe saying to you, like, I told you so. And you might find that then there have been points recently where you thought, I can't do this anymore. I can't continue. I don't know what I'm doing with myself. That questioning, that self-doubt going on. And it's like that teal energy is just come in and it's like, well, I did have a lesson for you, and ta-da. So if not already, because we're quite early in the Aries energy, but as Aries progresses, you'll find that the penny will start to drop. But for everyone, pennies will start to drop. And things will fall into place, or things that you have thought maybe weren't possible will become possible. But especially for you as an Aquarius, this is putting your mind at ease, and anything that's been resting heavily on you, this is time for you to just breathe a sigh of relief, to have a bit of space, to just be like, whew, and things feel good. Okay, so last but not least, we are moving around into Pisces. So any Pisces that are watching, give me a hello in the comments. So as a Pisces, you are a blue, and blue is next to teal, which means that is your harmonious color. So again, as I mentioned about the green being a harmonious, blue to teal is all about being in that comfort zone, but also maintaining mindset. And this is dependent on your current state at the minute. So if you are in a good place right now, then I would welcome you to really use that teal energy, to stick with it. Christine, hello. You have literally, I can't believe how well timed people are popping on this evening, and to comment as well, because Christine, I know that you're a Pisces. Pat did just about get through it. Yeah, I know how you did. Like that was a big squeeze going through that last Pisces phase. But Pisces for you, connecting in, working with that teal energy of Aries, like this is where you can either maintain that mindset that you're in. If you're in a good place and you want to stay on, not the straight and narrow, but just kind of, you're in a good spot, you want to continue how things are, then really, really do work with that Aries energy. However, if you are in a space where you're not feeling completely great, then what I would invite you to do is to just slow down, to take things in and just pause for a minute and see things for what they really are. Because you might find that obviously we've just come out of your own phase in Pisces where things are very much full on. It's all like, whoo, but I'm feeling the pain in there as well, actually. But moving into this Aries, into this teal phase, yes, there's lots of perhaps talking, self-expression, words, things coming out. But this is asking you to move more into your heart space. And rather than just speaking either just for the sake of it or for doing things that are not necessarily aligned with you, it's telling you to come into your heart space, to do what feels good to you. And when I say to you, I mean to you, not to mums, dads, aunties, uncles, work, all of that shit. do what works for you. Okay, so whether you're in a good space or not, it's up to you whether you want to work with that energy. If you are in a good space, then stick with this energy, and you'll probably find that whatever's going on right now will continue to be really positive for you. If you are in a bit of a shit space and your mind's a bit all over the place, or things haven't been so great for you lately, again, you will hopefully find that things will become clearer for you, and you'll start to almost find your way again. And that Aries, that teal energy will help you back into that. And just again, embracing your quirks, embracing your uniqueness, and knowing that everything doesn't have to be perfect. Like, it's something I've learned a lot recently, that things don't have to be perfect to be appreciated. And yeah, it's special. So just embrace yourself perfectly as you are, and use this time to get clear on what you actually want, rather than talking to yourself, like feeding yourself with these stories and these negative mindsets of what's not working for you, and being able to look at what is actually working for you. Okay, so that is, I've gone around the whole color wheel. So if you've not long joined us, you can watch back on the replay and find out how this teal Aries energy in essence works for you, depending on what your sign and color is. So I know lots of you have commented already, but do let me know in the comments how you feel about all of that. And also as well, when I've spoken about different things, if it's either you or other people that have that sign that I've been talking of, does it resonate with them, and how you feel about them? So moving into like sort of that creative aspect, and I'm not going to talk too much about the color wheel, but actually it's derived from something that is very much close to my heart. Obviously, it does tie in heavily with astrology, but a lot of it is color psychology, color therapy, color theory. And color theory goes back to this artistic, that like the artistic side of me, and this is the perfect fusion of my creativity, of my artisticness, is that even a word, and spirituality, and finding a way of how I can fuse that together to give you more confidence and whatnot. But when I strip back that full on, like the astrology side of it, and just come back into the art, that is where the magic happens, that art. So for me, since I was, well, ever since I can remember, like, art, creativity has always been my safe space. And it's no surprise that for me as a Virgo, I'm an orange, and orange is the sacral chakra, and the sacral is your creative chakra. But for me, ever since I was a little girl, like, art has always been there, that creativity, that need to create or to see the world in a different way, almost through like creative eyes, that visual thing coming in. And for so many years, I've moved into that space when I've needed it, when I've needed downtime, when I've felt like I'm really expansive and I want to create and I want to put things out into the world. When things are moving through me, whether they're positive or negative, just moving into that creative state of mind. And a lot of people will say to me, oh, I can't even draw a stick man. And trust me, it's something I've heard so many times, because aside from doing all of this, I do animal pet portraits, and I used to do, I don't anymore. I used to do lots and lots of craft fairs, and I have so many people stop by, look at all my work, and be like, oh, you're so good. I can't even draw a stick man. But actually, being creative isn't about drawing. It's not about being able to draw a stick man. It's about releasing and unleashing what's in there for you, and tapping into that part of yourself that actually maybe you haven't worked with before. And when I talk about creativity, it's not just about being good at art or being good at singing or music or anything that you would instantly associate creativity with, but we are here to create a life for ourselves, and having that element of creativity is going to help you to create the life that you're here to lead. We're all here on a soul mission, whether you know what that mission is or not. We're all here for a very particular purpose. So to tap into that creativity gives you a tool, and it gives you insight into either how and why you're here, or what you can do to work closer towards that soul mission. And something that I want to share with you, you might see me posting about it on the group, and I know there are those of you watching that have done it with me already, but I am in the middle of launching series 2 of my Soul Hearted program. And it's called Soul Hearted because it is literally that. It is a soul-led program, which does involve a level of creativity, and we will be creating pictures and images, but actually it's not about, like I've said this before, it's not about creating a lovely picture and me going, oh, well done, that looks fabulous. It's about the processes that take you there, about moving into finding your confidence, about letting go of pressure, letting go of needing permission to be yourself, letting go of guilt, letting go of, you know, all the stories that we tell ourselves about how we can't or shouldn't do certain things, or that we've been kept small because people have said things to us throughout our lives that have just, it's stuck on in there, and we don't embrace ourselves as we are, even though that's what we need to do, even though that is absolutely what you need to do. So that's going to help you, like, literally unleash yourself into the world, to really embrace you, to fall back in love with you. And it's going to take you on a deeper spiritual journey as well. So even though you're using that creative processes, and I know Pat will tell you, like, Pat said that she was not artistic at all, and Pat went through the Soul Heart program, and not only did it give her that creative essence, but it's elevated her on her spiritual journey as well. And I hope you don't mind me saying that as well, Pat, but like, I'm so proud of you that you moved through the Soul Heart program and you got the results that you did, and it's like really propelled you further on your journey that you were already on. So whether you're just at the beginning of your spiritual or your self journey, or whether you're like full on in there but you want to take it a bit further, you want to connect in with yourself, you want to connect in with your spirit guides, you want to connect in with higher energies, you want to really deepen into that connection with yourself and finding who you are and expressing who you are, and letting go of the bullshit that life holds you down with and keeps you small, then I'm inviting you to join me on Soul Hearted. So it is a group program. However, I'm only having limited spaces. And when you join Soul Hearted, that means that you have continued access to future runs of the program. So anyone that joined the last one has access to this run. So anyone that joins this one will have access to the next one. However, I only launch this program twice a year. So the next time I launch it will be in September. And I can tell you that, because I'm going to get a slap on the wrist otherwise. So this is the last time you will find Soul Hearted at such a price. Okay, so the investment for it is $444, but that is a 3-month program, and you do get like live access to me. We do bi-weekly calls, so it's a call every, like a Zoom every other week for the 3 months, and you've got that Q&A time. You can speak to me. I'll lead you through completely live, but if you can't make it live, you can watch it back on replay. So you've got that level of accessibility. It works with your schedule, whether you can make it live or not, but it's just coming together with other women as well, finding parts of yourself that you didn't know existed, and being heard, being seen, and being in a safe space where you can feel held enough to explore and to do that. There you go, Pat. Loved every minute of it. So it is $444. Obviously, Soul Circle members, if you're in my membership, you have got a code for that. But it's $444 for the 3 months. There is payment plans available, so you can either do a pay in full or you can break it down if that makes it easier for you. But it is open. We start on the 13th of April, so that will be our first session, and you'll have complete access to all the bits that you need from there on in. There you go, Pat. Michelle, sounds amazing. Can't wait. I know. I'm so excited that I'm going to have you join in as well. Eek. So I have got some wonderful ladies signed up for the Soul Hearted program already. So there's not too many spaces left. So if you are fancying a look in on Soul Hearted, if you want to find out more about it, or if you just simply want to sign up and be like, fuck it, yeah, I'm in. I am in. Then you can check out the link here in the comments as well. So that is it right there, as you see. So you can click on there, find out more about Soul Hearted. Next time I launch it, it will be at least double the price. I haven't quite settled on the price point, but it will be at least double, because I've got a lot of big things planned for this year, one of which I'm going to give you a teaser shortly. But yes, it will be at least double. So if you want to get in on it for this one and all the future ones as well, because this is going to be, well, this is my signature program that with each run, it will evolve, it will progress. So you get in now and you get to just go through all the levels of it as many times as you want at no extra cost. So there you go, Pat. You're going to absolutely love it. Yes. So if anyone's got any questions about that as well, do pop it in the comments. I'm more than happy to answer questions about Soul Hearted. And I'm going to see if I can actually, let me see, can I? Nope. I can't. Can I? Yes, I think I can. Let me see if this works. There we go. Is it? Oh man, no, that's not going to work. God damn it. I'll show you a picture in a minute. It's not working well for me, is it? Bear with. There we go. There it is. Okay, we're just going to upload her in and I'll show you. So it will be a familiar one if you've been following the page. If you've actually, give me a 1 in the comments if you've seen any posts about Soul Hearted yet. If you haven't seen any posts about Soul Hearted, give me a 2, just so I know like the reach of it as well. So there we go. That's the picture that you'll have seen. I've put it on my page. If you're on my private profile, I've been putting it in the group as well. And also, so Soul Circle members, you get your discount on that. But if you are in my Creative Soul Collective, my free members group, you also get a 10% discount on that. So if you're in the group, the code is in there. I did post about it in there. So make sure you use that code to get your 10% off, because it does make a big difference. So there I am. So lots of you have seen. Good. Oh, I'm glad. Oh, at least it's getting out there, it's getting seen. So yes, if you are fancying getting in on Soul Hearted, I would absolutely love to have you. So it'll be you, me, and a lovely little group of amazing, incredible women going through the same journey together, deepening your connection with yourself, with everyone else, with higher energies, whatever your goal is, whether it's for personal development, whether it's for spiritual development, whether it's just to have a bit of time for you to just feel heard, seen, understood, then there you have it. There it is. So any questions, do let me know. I'm going to leave that up for a bit. But I did tell you that I wanted to chat to you about the retreat that I ran, not last weekend, the one before. It was absolutely amazing. And there are at least 2 ladies watching that joined me on the retreat. It was incredible. So if you don't know much about the retreat that we've just done, we went to Glastonbury for the weekend. We arrived there Friday late afternoon, early evening, and we came home on, well, I came home Sunday evening. A couple of the ladies stayed till Monday morning, which I was very jealous of. But we stayed there. We journeyed through to Glastonbury for the spring equinox, and oh my God, it was just incredible. The whole experience, the food, the accommodation, the energy of the place, and the group. It was the most gorgeous group of women. And I'm a firm believer in specific people come together at a very specific time for a very specific reason. And what I will say is each of the ladies that came on the retreat have either worked with me or connected with me in some sort of capacity. However, they didn't know each other in person, and they'd never met each other in person. They'd only just sort of briefly connected online. And there was a bit of apprehension about staying in a house, because I heard out the whole house and it was just, it was amazing. About staying in a house with complete strangers and moving into holding circle with complete strangers, and to having really profound and potent experiences with strangers. But actually, and I'm not even like, I shit you not, we left Sunday evening as a sisterhood. There is like lifetime soul connections there. The connections that we made with each other, with ourselves, it is just, I can't even put into words how incredible it was. And the feedback that I've had, it's really, really special. There you go, Emma. It was incredible. It was. And I felt so moved and humbled by not only the experience, but the fact that these women, these 7 incredible women, trusted in me to lead them through this journey, trusted in me with their energy, with themselves, and also that they put that trust in themselves to give themselves the time and the space and the energy that they needed. And it was just that, no words, even if I did put it into words, it wouldn't reflect as much as what we got out of it. It was just incredible. So the Friday evening, we went out for dinner. We got to know each other a bit better. And then on the Saturday morning, we got up and we held a water ceremony down at the private spring on the grounds, which was just absolutely gorgeous. And then we enjoyed a very, very, very good gong meditation bath by a lovely lady, Monica. She was just, it was incredible. Like, I needed it so much. It was so good. And after that, we walked into town, we enjoyed some lunch together, and then we came back and did our Woman Unleashed workshop, which it's hard to talk about it without seeming like I'm tooting my own horn. But there was lots of revelations, there was lots of tears, there was lots of release, and it was just a really, really special space to be in and to move through. And those ladies that are in the soul circle that couldn't come with us, we had an altar in the middle, because we had the house, and then we did our workshops and whatnot in the year. It was amazing. So in the middle we had our altar with all of the names of the ladies that couldn't join us, but we were holding space for them. We were sending love and healing out to those ladies that are in the soul circle. Then after that, we went out for some dinner, and it was fabulous. And then we came home, and I did a lovely meditation and healing ceremony for those that wanted to come into the yurt and just relax into the evening. Some ladies went off to bed and they received that distance healing, and the comments in the morning was just amazing about the healing that they received and just the relaxation and how they felt physically and emotionally. It was just great. And then Sunday, we really, really got to explore Glastonbury. So I booked a private goddess temple session, and just, wow, it was absolutely incredible. It was just, it was gorgeous, really, really gorgeous. And then that was when, I know lots of you have seen the picture of me in my headdress, my crown that I bought. If you've seen the picture of me in my crown with the stag, give me a 1 in the comments, or let me know what you think. I'm absolutely in love with it, and it was a lot more than what I intended I was going to pay on one, but actually I don't care, because it's just gorgeous, and I'm really, really happy with it, and it's fine. I said yes to me, and it felt good. I also said yes to me a few times this past week, because I bought myself the headdress. I ordered myself a really, really funky leather jacket with black and white stripes, and then I invested in these boots for myself. Red cowboy boots, like off Footloose. I love them. So I was out wearing them today. But anyway, going back to, off on a tangent then. Lauren, thank you. Michelle, thank you. So yeah, going back to the Sunday. So then we went off after our Goddess Temple session. We went to the St. Margaret's Chapel and Magdalen Almshouses. Then we journeyed round and we went to the White Spring, which was just wow. Linda, Alexandria, thank you very much. Yeah, the White Spring, I always love going in there, and I got right in there, and it was amazing. It was so good. If you ever go to Glastonbury, go to the White Spring, give yourself a dip. So then after that, we went to the Chalicewell and Gardens, and we took with us earlier in the day, we went to Rainbow's End Cafe and had a little takeaway picnic, and it was just perfect. The weather for the weekend was just glorious. It was wonderful. Oh, Pat, Emma, thank you so much. Emma, Michelle, yes, why not? Exactly, why not? So yeah, then after that, we went to the tour. We walked up the tour, and wow. So at the top, there was people there with instruments. They were chanting. There was dancing. It was just, I could have stayed there all evening. I really, really could, like till the sunset. And it would have been, well, it was incredible. And I was a bit sad that we had to leave. But it was just such a gorgeously profound, beautiful experience for me to facilitate and hold for the women that came with, but for me as a person to be on that as well, and to connect with the other women and to see them connect with each other was just incredible. And also seeing them shift and change over the weekend, seeing how everyone was when they arrived on the Friday, their energy and whatnot, and then seeing how they left on the Sunday was just, everyone was just sort of up. It was just, it was perfect. And I can't even, like I said, no words. It was absolutely incredible. Pat is beautiful, brings out beautiful goddess you all. Thank you so much. You make me blush. So yeah, that retreat was honestly, it was just what the doctor ordered. And I'm so, so glad that the ladies that came with me and that journeyed with me on it really, really enjoyed themselves as well, and got what they needed. Some of them even got what they didn't even know that they needed. But talking of retreats, so my next retreat coming up is in August, and it's not to Glastonbury. We are journeying it to Loch Ness this time. And once again, I've hired out a whole house. It's a really lovely bungalow set in 2 acres of land. It is just, so we're going to be staying in Inverness, and we're going to be going on a boat cruise across Loch Ness. We're going to be seeing castles. We're going to be seeing magic waterfalls. We're going to be having an evening riverside meal there. There's going to be connection. There's going to be discovery. There's just going to be a whole load of fuck yeah. So much fuck yeah going on. So if you are fancying joining me for a retreat, then the next one coming up is August, and that is the 19th to the 22nd of August, and that is a 3-night one. It's all inclusive as well. So your accommodation is included, all your meals are included, everything that you need for any workshops that we're doing, anything at all, it is included. The only thing that you need to pay for is, of course your travel to and from wherever you are. And then anything that takes your fancy, any bits that you want to buy along the way, if you see anything that you like. So that's the good thing with these retreats, is that they are all inclusive. So you can literally just step out of daily life, out of that daily grind of just, and everything's taken care of for you, like your meals, your activities, your excursions, like your accommodation. There's no faffing to do. The only thing you got to do is book your ticket to get there and back. That's it. And obviously turn up. That would be a start. So if there is anyone interested in the Inverness retreat, there is only limited spaces. So in total, there will be 8 spaces. However, there is only 6 left. There's only 6 left because 2 people have reserved those spaces already. But there is lots and lots of interest for this retreat. So there is different price points for this one as well. So Glastonbury was all the same price point. However, there is different rooms for the Inverness one, because there is the option to have a queen room, a double room. The twin room is taken, but there is a triple room available. So that will be shared with yourself and 2 other people. And obviously the price points reflect the sleeping arrangements. However, like I say, everything else is included. It is all in. And you get to spend a weekend with me, with the amazing women that are coming on the retreat. My lovely grandma is going to be joining us as well, which I'm really looking forward to and excited about. So there you go, Pat, Michelle, I cannot wait to have you there. Like, I'm so excited. So if you're feeling the tingle and you want to come to Loch Ness with me and with the other ladies, then let me know. Do let me know. But I am going to drop in the link so you can find out more about it. Okay, so, and this link as well, when you click on it, it's not like you don't have to sign up there and then. It will send you information. Just pop in your name and your email, and it will send an email to you to tell you more about the retreat and whatnot. Also as well, I'll find the link for the website. So there is a page on the website specifically dedicated to the retreats, which I shall drop in. Where are we at? There we go. All the comments have been a bit iffy. There we go. So that's the one to get the email. And then the one that I've just dropped in there, that is the website page that you can look at and find out more about it. But I'm just looking at it. It sounds great. Getting goosebumps speaking about Loch Ness. Me definitely coming. It's just amazing. And for me, it's like going back home. Like Inverness is where my grandparents live. It's where my mum grew up. It's just, I lived there with my grandparents for a while. And it is all, but that is my heart space. It's my home. Like when you go to Loch Ness, if you've never been before, you just stand on the shores and the landscape, the mountains, the mist on the hills, it's magical. And I was up there for winter solstice actually over in December, and it's just amazing. It gives me goosebumps every time, and I absolutely love it. So it's no surprise that that is where my retreat is. So as well as that, I am looking into doing a couple of local day retreats, looking at running some in Avebury, which is not too far from me. And without saying too much, I'm also looking at collaborating with a couple of amazing ladies on doing some other retreats as well. But at the moment, obviously Glastonbury was a complete hit, and I'm 110,000% going to be running that for spring equinox again next year. So I'm not going to release any information on that just yet, because I want to, obviously Loch Ness is coming, and I'll get some day retreats in the diary for Avebury. And then you've got your summer retreat for next year, for 2023, I'm going to be looking at taking a retreat to Cornwall. So really exciting. But focusing on Loch Ness, or if you want to come to Inverness and spend 3 nights, so that'd be the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday morning with me and the others. Yes, absolutely. Like, I would be glad to welcome you with us. So really, really looking forward to that. But that is nearly me. However, so going back to the retreats and talking about obviously things that come through and that profound connection, and I would always invite you to keep a journal. No surprise that mine is orange. I would always invite you to keep a journal, and it's your journal. You can use it however you wish to put your thoughts, your musings, to jot down after any meditation or after any sort of soul inquiry, any spiritual work that you're doing. I would always recommend to keep a journal. And this is my current one. I took this to Glastonbury with me, so it's got some of my downloads in it. And there's one that I wanted to read to you. And this is something that I wrote while I was in the Goddess Temple, and it just felt, like, I'm all about fire, the fire energy, and feeling into that flame. So the first time I went to Glastonbury, I went on a retreat with Genevieve, who is absolutely incredible. And the message that I was getting there was, you're here to find your fire. Like, you got to find it, girl. Find your fire. And I did. I really, really found it. I embraced it, and I was just like, oh. And then this time when I went to Glastonbury, I've been a few times between, but this time I went, it was like, right, you found yours. You're here to help other people find theirs. And that's like the soul mission that became clearer to me, is that I am here to help other women find their fire, to ignite that sacral flame, to ignite their creativity, to ignite their sensuality, to ignite their power, because you don't give yourself enough credit for how amazing you actually are. You really don't. And my mission is that I'm here to assist you in doing so. But this is what I channeled, and it's going to lead me into something very, very exciting. So I named it Lady of Avalon. Her waters wash over me. I feel her softness, but I feel her power. Her waters do not wash away my fire, but cradle it softly, creating a ring of protection, a circle of sacred holy water. The flame burns bright as my power grows. The water flows. She is within, the rising, the clear, the goddess. So that's something that I channeled while I was in the Goddess Temple. And after that, I just had complete download. So at the top of the tour, I did a sketch of the tour. And then this here is just complete light language that channeled through. And I sat with it, and I kept getting coming to me initiation of the flame, and I sat with it, and I was thinking, what's that? And I've googled it, and I couldn't find it. And I was on a coaching call earlier, and I was chatting through what I've received and what I was feeling, and we kind of came to the point of why am I looking to find it? Because it's not for me to look for, it's for me to provide, to put out, to facilitate. So I would like to give you a sneak peek at something that I'm going to be putting out there very shortly. However, what I will say is, not just yet. I need to really refine it, fine tune it, but it's something that will be coming, and it's something that's going to be very, very special, and it is going to be my like top level up there. Fuck yes, premium. Like, this is me thing. So obviously we've got the Soul Circle membership. You have got the retreats. We've got Women Unleashed, and we've got Soul Hearted 3-month program that you can get in on just now. I'm going to be closing the doors to that next week, and we start on the 13th of April. And then we have this. This is just literally just a sneak peek. So that is initiation of the flame, and that's something that I'm going to be putting together, and I'm going to be fine-tuning it, and it's something that's going to be coming very, very soon, and I cannot wait to share all the juicy details with you about it when it is ready to be unleashed into the world. So that is a sneaky peek. And obviously I did put the picture of it on my profile and on the page. I haven't said any more about it. And I've just said a little bit more then, but that's as much as I'm going to tell until it is completely fine-tuned. But it will be what I can say is it's a 12-week program, and there will be a one-to-one level included in it. Julie, hello, my lovely. So I've been on for an hour and 15 minutes. So I've done all your color guidance. I've spoken about the amazing retreat that we had in Glastonbury. It was just incredible. I loved every minute of it. But if you would like to join me on a retreat, if you missed out on Glastonbury, then you can join me in Loch Ness in August. And that's for 3 nights from the 19th to the 22nd of August. There are still 6 spaces left. So if you would like to find out more, the links are in the comments. So you've got, there you go, Anavea Retreats. You can click onto there and you can find out more. A few of you are intrigued by the initiation of the flame as well. So more to come on that. If you're in my soul circle, which I know a lot of you watching are, then I will update you ladies first, more on it. I'll actually be chatting to you on our Thursday night chill and chat. I'll chat to you more about that then, but very, very exciting. So anything that you've seen this evening, whether it's the color work, whether it is the retreats, whether it's soul hearted, anything at all, you can find up on my website, www.anavea.co.uk, or you can check out on the Facebook page. But don't forget to check your settings. If you click onto the Anavea Intuitive Guidance page on Facebook, and make sure that your settings are set so you do receive notifications. And obviously when posts go up and when I'm live again. But in the meantime, I'm going to wish you well. I'm going to wish you a good night if it's nighttime where you are, or a good afternoon or a good morning wherever you are in the world, or if you're watching back on replay, and sending lots and lots of love to you. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you for being here, for watching this evening, and for your support as well. So lots and lots of love to you all, and I will see you all next time. So I'll catch you soon. Mwah. Good night.